Good morning, OCHR team, and welcome to our February 2018 All Hands video. We have quite the lineup for you today. We are going to hear about several topics. Let me just go over a couple with you. Ais is going to be providing us an update on the partnership CAB meetings that were held recently. We will be hearing about Windows 10 upgrades, DMAP timelines, and leadership development, referencing the journey continues. Now let's move on and let's hear from Aitza. Enjoy.
Hi team, so it is February. We had a lot of stuff going on this month. I want to talk to you about two things. So we had our first customer advisory board that hosted the Marine Corps. The goal of the board is to be able to increase collaboration and thereby understanding what the Marine Corps' needs are so we can be a better service provider. So that CAB consisted of senior Marine Corps leaders from the senior executives as well as commanding officers or their designees. And we did some really good work. It was a 2-day event, a lot of preparation, so quick shout out for the S4 and all the heavy lifting they did. Looks like we're going to be doing those every 6 months. So first one has just occurred and we're looking for February. The other thing I want to talk to you about is we hosted the HR leaders for our customers that we support, and that went really well. As also 2-day event, a lot of heavy lifting done by our branch heads and all of our teams. I hope that our Code 50 got an opportunity to meet and interact with the HROs that they service. So I think that went well. We're hopeful to maybe look at doing it again. At this point, we're evaluating what the return on investment in terms of our time was and the outcome from there. So great work. Also shout out to the S1 that also supported all of these events with the logistics for that. So great job, team. Thank you guys so much.
Hello, my name is Lonnie Talbert, and with me today I have Brandon Anderson. Brandon and I are tasked with doing something very pleasurable, and that is to talk with you about both the Leadership 101 program currently in process, as well as prospectively the Leadership Fundamentals class that'll open up in the late May timeframe. So with that being the case, Brandon, talk to me for a moment. You're currently a participant in the Leadership 101 class, which is designed primarily for folks at the 5, 6, and 7 level, whether you're a specialist or an assistant. Talk to me, Brandon, about anything that you think that you've learned thus far that you think will serve you well, both in your current position as well as prospectively in a leadership role.
Thank you, Lonnie. Well, the first session really brought to me was the Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And for me, that really taught me on how to look into yourself first, figure out your roots, and work from the bottom up. One of the best things that I liked about it was the concept of having a win-win or no-deal attitude and how to tackle certain things and how to try to live your life in that direction. And so it's not just something that's in the workplace, but it also develops you as an individual. And I think that is something that was great. In the second session, particularly, learning about the multi-generational workforce, it opened up my eyes to see how many different types of people from different places that they've come from, and how you have to be very open-minded and really understand who it is that's around you to be effective and to be a great leader.
Thank you, Brandon. Well said. And so I guess the last thing I'd like to touch base with you on is put yourself in the position of someone who's contemplating applying for either 101 or the Leadership Fundamentals class that's coming up. What would you say to them?
I would say give it a shot. No matter how you feel, if you think you may be a leader or maybe an inkling that you might want to be, even just the process from the application through the endorsement, and the interview was just so helpful for my development, understanding. So even if you decide after going through it, maybe it's not for you, just that process will get you to the next step. So just go for it. I would say it's a great opportunity. You learn lots of things that you wouldn't normally, and if I would say there's no reason why someone shouldn't do it, even if they have the thought of doing it. So.
Well said. Thank you so much, Brandon.
You're welcome.
And Maria, we'll turn it back over to you.
Most of you are already aware that Windows 10 is on the horizon, and in fact, in some cases, it's already been started on your own computer. NMCI will take approximately 4 to 5 days to complete the installs of Windows 10. During that time, your machine will ask you several times to shut down, restart, shut down, restart, shut down, restart, over and over and over again. But at the end of that 5 days, you should have a crisp, shiny new operating system on your machine, Windows 10. Now, most of you are familiar with Windows 10 at home, and so as such, we haven't prepared any formal training, but what we have created is a self-training solution. It is posted on the website or on our portal, and you can see it, maybe scrolling across, might be over there, could be over there, might even be up there. Anyway, you'll see it somewhere on the screen. Go out and take a look. It's self-service training, so if you needed more information about Outlook 2016, if you need more information about Word 2016, if you need more information about how to encrypt emails, all that kind of information is posted out there in the self-service training. So help yourself. Let us know if you have any issues. Thank you.
Hi Team OCHR, so we're just about to wrap up another rating cycle. This is going to be our first full rating cycle under the DP MAP Performance Appraisal System. So as such, I want to provide you with some key dates and milestones that are upcoming. First, the FY18 appraisal period does end on March 31st. Employee input will be due to the rating official or your supervisor on April 15th. Tax day, woohoo! So since that is a Sunday, you'll have until Monday, April 16th to provide that input to your supervisor. So start thinking about what it is that you want to write as far as your accomplishments and whatnot throughout the rating cycle. This is really your opportunity to provide that input to your supervisor. It is going to be mandatory, so hopefully you've been engaging in that meaningful dialogue throughout the appraisal cycle and through your green folder meetings, as this will really help you in crafting your assessment. The new FY19 rating cycle begins on April 1st. I expect that we will be providing additional information as the dates get closer. However, there's always information available on the portal under the New Beginnings tab, the OCHR portal. Some ones that you might want to reference now are the My Self-Assessment Narrative Quick Guide that just kind of gives you guidance on how to navigate through the My Performance tool, as well as the DON tip sheet on writing with action verbs. This should serve as a useful tool in preparing your assessment. So if you have any questions, feel free to talk to your supervisor. You can always come see Randy and I in Code 40, and I hope you have a great OCHR San Diego day.
Great team. So I understand that you heard from all about our leadership development. The journey continues. You got an opportunity to hear from Code 40 on how we're going to be doing our DP MAP, the closing out of our performance appraisals. And I also heard you have gotten information about the Windows upgrade. I've upgraded into the new Windows, and it's not that easy. Just remember, back up, back up, back up. Thank you for all that you do every day. I really appreciate it. You guys work really hard. You make us look great. And I want to thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.